everyone! Welcome to my channel. I'm Anadel Kalagi Kotov, a financial educator. So, thank you for clicking this video. So, sa video na to, pag-uusapan natin yung about step 5 or yung ikalimang building blocks para makabuo tayo ng isang solid o isang matibay na bahay pinansyal. So, pag-uusapan natin yung emergency fund. So, yung mga topic na pag-uusapan natin dito is all about emergency fund. What is emergency fund? How much emergency fund you need? Why we need the emergency fund? And where to keep the emergency fund? And when to start emergency fund. Ito yung lahat ng tatalakayin natin dito sa video na to. So, yung unang tanong na sasagutin natin or di-discuss natin is, what is emergency fund? Ano ba ang emergency fund? Ito po yung pera na itinabi natin na kung saan ito ay gagamitin natin when there is emergency only. So, it is money you set aside that you can pull out when emergency arise. Ito po yung pera na itinabi natin. Para kung sakali mang meron tayong hindi inaasahan, meron tayong madudukot. Or merong aalalay sa atin, no? Meron tayong magiging katuwang at hindi tayo ma-stress or mamamroblema kung saan tayo kukuha ng pera at hindi na natin kailangang umutang pa. Kasi dun sa last na step, yung debt management, pag-usapan natin dun how to become debt-free. So, kung debt-free ka na, kung meron kang you have to build emergency fund para sa ganun, hindi ka na kailangang mangutang pa. Meron kang madudukot o kaagad in comes of emergency. So, ano yung kahalagahan ng or ano yung purpose kung bakit kailangan natin magkaroon ng emergency fund? So, what is the purpose of emergency fund? The purpose of emergency fund is to help you get through financial crisis. Para sa ganun, kung meron kayong hindi inaasahan, no, na kailangan nyo ng pera, it will help you to get through of it. Dahil yung emergency fund nyo, yun yung purpose nun. Do not feel guilty, guys, for using that money for emergency situation. Kasi yun yung purpose ng emergency fund. You can use your emergency fund for whatever you need. Like living expenses, yung mga pang basic necessities nyo kung nawalan kayo ng work or nagkaroon ng calamity. Use that emergency fund. Yun yung purpose nun. But remember, be wise using it for the right things at the right times. Replenish your emergency fund as fast as possible if you have to use money from it. So, bakit natin kailangan magkaroon ng emergency fund, no? So, na-discuss natin ano ang emergency fund, ano yung purpose nun, yung pagkakaroon ng emergency fund. Ngayon naman, why we need to have emergency fund? Kasi guys, anything can happen at any time. Kaya, kailangan maging handa tayo sa anumang paparating na pagsubok or na hindi natin inaasahan. Kasi, anything can happen at any time. That's why we need to have emergency fund. Another reason why we need emergency fund is to prepare us for little disaster, diba? Having an emergency fund, it helps us to pay the unforeseen expenses. Yun nga yung nabanggit ko kanina, diba, sa purpose. Kung sakaling magkaroon ng emergency situation, it will help you get through financial crisis. Yun yung purpose. Kaya, one of the reason also why we need to have emergency fund is no matter how much we plan in our life, the unexpected things still happens. So, better be prepared. Kailangan po laging maging handa, 'di ba? Gaya ng Girl Scout, no? Laging, or Girl Scout or Boy Scout na laging handa. So, another reason or yung pinaka dahilan kung bakit kailangan natin magkaroon ng emergency fund din is emergency fund helps you in times of crisis, like you lost your job. Like last year, madaming nawalan ng trabaho. Up to now, siguro madami pa rin hindi pa nakakabalik sa work. So, if you have emergency fund na itabi, it will help you in times of crisis like job loss. If ever there is medical emergencies, meron kang emergency fund na pagkukuhanan. If ever may car repairs, kung meron kayong sasakyan, or kung kailangan may maayos sa bahay, lalo na kung naka-experience kayo ng bagyo or baha or anumang pagsubok, no, o na tumating may bagyo, no, at kailangan may maayos sa bahay, meron kayong emergency fund na magagamit. Hindi nyo na kailangang umutang pa. So, na-discuss na natin yung ano yung emergency fund, ano yung purpose nito, ano yung kahalagahan, bakit natin kailangan magkaroon ng emergency fund, ganyan naman, magkano ang dapat nating itabi para sa emergency fund. So, if you track your expenses, guys, lagi nyo tinatrack every day. So, by tracking your expenses for at least 4 weeks, you should have now identified the amount of money required for 1 month worth of living expenses. If ever gusto nyo malaman kung magkano ba dapat yung itabi, di ba? How much you need to save for emergency fund. If you want to start to have an emergency fund, yung isang buwan, no, i-track nyo yung expenses nyo doon. Your 1 month emergency fund should equal to the amount of your living expenses. Kung magkano yung total na na-discuss na total nyo dun sa 4 weeks na dun sa basic needs, hindi kasali dito ang wants sa pagtatrack nyo or paglilista nyo dun sa living expenses. Only basic needs, yung mga importante lang. So, pagka-total nyo, guys, dun sa 1 month na living expenses nyo based by tracking your expenses for 4 weeks, at nalaman nyo na yung total amount for 1 month, yung pinaka-ideal talaga na kailangan yung iset aside or isi-save for emergency fund is at least set aside at least 3 to 6 months living expenses. Dun sa from that 1 month emergency fund, grow that fund as quickly as you can so that you are better prepared for a financial crisis having 3 to 6 months, diba? Para dun sa 6 months na yan, protected kayo at covered kayo while looking for another source of income kung sakali man nawalan kayo ng job. And guys, put any extra money you have towards your emergency fund until it is complete, hanggat na-complete nyo yung 6 months na emergency fund. So, kailan ba dapat tayo mag-uumpisa? No? When to start building emergency fund? Kailan ba dapat tayo mag-umpisa mag-ipon pang emergency fund, na? The moment you start earning. Pag nagkaroon na kayo ng work, start as soon as possible. And while paying down your debt, mag-start na din kayo build ng emergency fund. And you should work to build a 1 month emergency fund as soon as possible, guys. So, nalaman na natin lahat, no? What is emergency fund? What is the purpose of emergency fund? Why we need emergency fund? How much emergency fund you have to save? And now, we have to discuss also how to build emergency fund. So, yung step how to build the emergency fund is Di ba yung step how to build emergency fund, yung nabanggit ko kanina, you should work to build 1 month emergency fund as fast as possible. And then, grow that fund as quickly as you can so that you are better prepared for financial crisis. Di ba? Later, kung nabayaran nyo na yung mga utang na meron kayo, di ba? Sabi ko, nabanggit ko when to start. Sabi ko dun, start while paying down your debt, yung utang. So, once na nabayaran nyo na yung utang nyo, after paying down all your consumer debts, begin to save enough money to cover your expenses for 3 to 6 months. And to help you guys speed up the process sa pagbibuild nyo ng emergency fund, you may want to find an extra or better work. Or else, sell something you can live without. Kung ano yung gamit nyo na you can live without, or try to eliminate some unnecessary expenses. In that way, it will speed up the process in building your emergency fund. So, ano yung blessing sa pamilya nyo by having 3 to 6 months of emergency fund? So, yung blessing guys na ma-experience nyo by having 3 to 6 months emergency fund, having extra source of fund can give your family peace of mind during stressful time. So, meron kayong peace of mind. Yun yung blessing. At hindi magugutom yung pamilya nyo. If ever there's some nawalan kayo ng trabaho, no? Hindi nyo mawaproblema ang ibigay yung basic needs ng family nyo. Hindi sila magugutom for 3 to 6 months while you're in the process of looking for a job dun sa 6 months na yun. So, saan ba natin dapat itago, no? Saan ba natin dapat itago yung emergency fund natin, yung pera na meron tayo? For your emergency fund, guys, you should save your cash in safe and accessible, and you keep your emergency money, no, emergency fund in a safe place that you can access without penalty, or accessible siya like bank. Gawa kayo sa bangko, doon nyo isave yung pera na pang emergency para ma-access nyo kaagad, walang fee na pagkukunin nyo yung pera na para sa emergency fund. At kailangan nakaseparate din yung nakaseparate ito sa other savings na meron kayo, itong emergency fund na to. At if possible, make it hard to get para hindi kayo matempt to use this emergency fund money for unnecessary things. Kaya nasabi ko, make it hard to get, na like instead na magkaroon kayo ng ATM, better na passbook. Para sa ganun, tatama rin talaga kayo na gamit. Kasi pag ATM nyo ilalagay itong emergency fund nyo, matetempt kayo na magalaw ito. Pero kung naka-passbook siya, kailangan pupunta pa kayo sa bangko for over-the-counter para lang makapag-withdraw. So, if possible, make it hard to get, para lalo na kung wala kayong disiplina in spending yung money, para hindi nyo magalaw talaga yung emergency fund. Kasi the purpose of emergency fund for emergency purposes, not for wants or, yung luho na meron tayo. So, to end this video, I want to share with you one of the scripture reference in Doctrine and Covenants, section 38, verse 30. The Lord said, "If ye are prepared, ye shall not fear." So, kung meron po tayong emergency fund, hindi tayo matatakot, or hindi tayo, di ba? We are not fear whatever problems or financial crisis comes in our way. Kasi tayo ay handa, meron tayong naitabi na pera. Thank you guys for watching this video at tinapos nyo siya. Salamat. Sana meron na naman kayo napulot na lesson dito sa step 5, how to build the emergency fund and how important having an emergency fund. Kung meron kayo tanong guys, you can reach me here sa FB account ko, at saka sa Gmail account ko and WhatsApp. If nagustuhan nyo tong video na to, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe na din kayo and click the notification bell para ma-notify kayo. Kung meron kayong napulot na lesson dito sa video na to at makakatulong ito sa kapamilya nyo or kamag-anak nyo or kaibigan nyo, don't hesitate o huwag kayong mahiya na i-share din ito sa kanila. Always remember, sharing is caring. Bye guys! I'll see you in my next video.